Hello and welcome to another Secret Weapon 8 updates here on Theme Park Worldwide, where today I'm joined by Charlotte.
It's me again!
How are you?
I'm fine.
This is actually Charlotte's first time coming to see the main construction taking place. I mean, you've not been at Alton Towers since the event.
I haven't been at Towers for about 2 months.
Yeah, so loads has happened since Charlotte was last year, so we'll have a little look and see what her thoughts are. And over the past week since the last update, work on the lift hill has really progressed. In fact, the lift hill is nearly at its maximum height already. It's crazy to see how much work has been done. So we'll make our way down to the usual one tree path where we get some really nice views over the construction site. It's a Monday today, so I'm sure there's quite a bit going to be going on throughout the site that we can see throughout the day. But yeah, very, very exciting to see that as soon as that station went up, literally everything on the site is really starting to progress now, and I can't wait to show you guys another update. Let's go and have a look at SW8.
Oh my god!
So as soon as we turn the corner, the actual main theming structure is having a bit of work done to it today. You can see they're adding a little bit more steel to the side. You can see where they're going to be fastening lots of different things to it. What they're going to be at the moment, we're unsure. But yeah, what do you think to the site, Charlotte? I mean,
I can't believe how much it's progressed since I last came. It's like when I last came, everything was just flat, and now the station's up, lift hill's going up. It's just
it is, yeah, and obviously the roof on the maintenance building over at the back there as well. The station's the building that we can see just here in the foreground, and then over in the background just there, the maintenance building to Secret Weapon 8. Quite early morning, it's only just opened the park, 9 o'clock, so not that much going on at the moment. But yeah, looks like he's doing a little bit of work there. Exciting times. Nice weather as well has helped this project so far. It's got to be ahead of schedule, surely. I mean, the fact that we're only at the start of July and the ride's already at this stage, very, very exciting. And I'm going to put an early guesstimate in there and say that this ride's most likely going to open for the start of season next year, which if it does, it'd be really nice to actually have a new roller coaster, Alton Towers, open for day one in the season. Obviously, Smiler was a little bit later. That opened in May 2013. So hopefully this one we're going to have from the start of the year. As we make our way around this way, we get our first glimpse of the lift hill. Look at that, they're actually doing some work on there today as well. So we'll make our way up and have a closer look. In fact, we'll have a look through this view window just here. Wow, there we go, there it is, the lift hill. Secret Weapon 8. Like I say, we'll get up to the top and have a closer look in a second. But obviously this is quite a very different lift hill to what you'd expect from a GCI coaster. Obviously it starts all the way down, just where that orange digger is. Down the bottom just there is where it starts. So technically that's underground, so to speak, because it's below your sort of land level here. And it comes out the side just there and all the way up to that point. It's also a very strange shaped lift hill, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like your conventional lift, yeah. So this does mean, I'm putting a little guesstimate in there, there's going to be some sort of launch maybe on this lift hill. I mean, the fact that it's that sort of gradient, and also we know that Alton Towers have had lots of problems over the years with noise. GCI roller coasters, especially when they come off the lift hill, are quite noisy, so it wouldn't surprise me if we have more of a maybe a magnetic lift hill, launch lift hill, something along those lines. Just me guessing, but yeah, I just think it's going to have something on those lines. But in terms of work on the site, good to see Steve Foster back again. Steve Foster's making a fortune, isn't he, out of his cranes? And obviously work down the bottom here. Not really much has taken place down here since last week. But obviously over at the back just there towards the station, you can see a little bit more track work. Over at the back just there. And of course over on the brake run as well. Let's make our way to the top of the site and go and have another look. Just a little bit further up then at the next viewing window. Thought this was a really good angle to have another little look there at the work taking place on the brake run. Have a little zoom in just there. You can see the breeze block wall just behind there as well. What they were working on in the last video seems to be complete. Now as we zoom out a little bit, you can see just there, just to the right of Steve Foster, everybody loves Steve Foster, there's like a metal support beam, some steel work in there. That is where the coaster will obviously pass underneath there to get back onto the brake run. If we move back along this way, just here, you can also see a few more steel supports, but this one here in particular, which is where the service road will run underneath just there as well. So we can see that from the plans for the ride. So obviously they've left access for service road or footpaths, whatever they want to do, go underneath just there. Bit of work taking place then on the top of the lift hill just here. Have a little zoom in. Hey, that's the one, I love it. Obviously you can see just here at the side as well. how he's sort of climbing up there and adding things to it. And you see the maximum height of this here, it's got a little bit taller to go, but it's nearly at its maximum height, which makes you think this coaster isn't very tall at all. But you don't need to worry about that, because at the end of the day, when you look at the terrain, what this coaster's been built on all the way across, bear in mind you've got your lift hill, which isn't that tall, but it's going to be doing some big drops down into this big pit down here and into the helixes, and I think for it to get any sort of decent speed, it's going to have to be a launch off the top. I mean, the drops aren't particularly steep. There's some big drops, but they're not really steep. So I think personally that that's what we're going to see on this. I mean, it's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Charlotte says work compared to Blackpool.
I know, compared to Blackpool, this is like speeding ahead.
It is speeding ahead. Obviously,
Yeah.
they've got the advantage here, the fact that it's not sort of in the middle of a busy amusement park, so to speak,
like
with rides all
it's
around.
All, like enclosed.
Yeah, it's all enclosed in its own area just here where they can do work, and obviously they've thought about Alton Towers in terms of shutting the Katanga Canyon footpath. When that footpath does reopen though, it's going to be really close to the back of the maintenance area and station, so hopefully that'll be themed all around the back as well. But yeah, we'll just head up to the top and get another angle on that lift hill. Hopefully later on we'll see a bit more work taking place, and if so, I'll be sure to put it in this video. So we're going to get a little bit geeky now. Charlotte, my glamorous assistant, has pulled up the plans of the layout just here. So just talk a little bit about what I was on about just. So here is obviously you've got the service road which runs under the lift hill, which obviously as we can see is this section just here with the steel girder. If we go across, obviously you can see how this whole first drop area is going to be enclosed in a sound tunnel. That is the start of the structure for that just here at the side. Going back over to Charlotte's phone, Charlotte's iPhone services here. Obviously you can see the lift at the moment is probably about, get the screen rise up, it's about that sort of level. So there's a little bit further for it to go before it reaches maximum height, but not too far. It's probably got another few meters in that before it reaches its top height. Thanks, Charlotte. We'll pop back down a little bit later on and have a little look to see what's happening before we wrap up this video from Secret Weapon 8. Loads going on though, so exciting to see. Wooden coaster at Alton Towers, it is brilliant. So it's been a few hours since we were here at the site. Just thought we'd come and have one more look just before we're wrapping up this construction update. You can definitely tell though, looking at the structure of that it's going to be some form of launch on there. Don't think it's going very, very fast at all. It'll probably just be there to help reduce the noise. But just looking at the shape of it, it just looks very, very different to your normal GCI lift hill. I know there's a lot more to come with it in terms of a little bit taller and obviously all the framework to help support it and that sort of thing. But you can definitely tell there's going to be something a bit different about this, which is very, very exciting.
Can I get on the blog?
Yeah, do you like watching the videos?
Hey,
love
awesome.
it. But yeah, so much again progressed since earlier on. I mean, down the bottom of the site, just there, you can see where the concrete is, and I didn't just notice this, but if you look just there, just to the left, where the coaster is going to come out before it goes up the lift hill, you can see how they've added in where they're going to put some concrete just along the side just there. So that's definitely something to follow. I reckon maybe they're going to infill the land just behind there. See where them barriers and stuff are down the back. I think they might be filling in the land, but yeah, I'll be back in the next few days for another construction update. Loads going on with SW8 at the moment. Lots of workers around as well, which is great to see. And obviously we've got all these wooden bents just down here, ready to go up. I mean, it's all, if I just show you over the fence just here, it's all here ready to go. I reckon this afternoon, I mean, unfortunately we're going now, aren't we? Because we're off to a we're off to a bobsleigh. That's the bobsleigh that we did in a vlog earlier in the year. But I shall be back here within the week, and I'll bring you another update from Secret Weapon 8 at Alton Towers. Have you enjoyed having a look at the site?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, lots going on. It's great to be able to watch this.
Yeah, it's nice that they've got these and you can watch it being built as well.
Yeah, it's really coming on, and obviously I think next time we're here, the lift hill will be topped off and we'll start to see even more framework going in. Maybe even for this first drop section just here, because as we showed you with the plans earlier on, how it turns round and then heads back down to the bottom of the site just there. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching another SW8 update here on Theme Park Worldwide. And from the construction site, that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later, guys. Bye bye.